From being a theater kid in high school to getting his first movie role in high school, and then becoming a part of Broadway and Glee just a couple years after graduating, and then finally becoming The Flash just a year after that. This is the story of Grant Gustin and his very, very fast come up.
Hi, I'm Grant with another NASA fact.
Thomas Grant Gustin was born on January 14th, 1990 in Norfolk, Virginia. He had become the son of a nurse and a college professor. Grant went through elementary and middle school being a typical kid, but he had a special love for acting, being in theater, and role-playing, which is why during his high school years he attended the Governor's School for the Arts program in Norfolk for musical theater. Along the same time, he also joined a theater organization known as Hurrah Players. Then in 2008, he graduated from Granby High School and went on to attend the BFA Music Theater program at Elon University in North Carolina. Now that we've talked about his early life, let's talk about how his career plays into his life. Grant Gustin was actually given his first ever role in high school. He starred in the film called Rain. This was a student film, but it showed that there was a lot of promise and potential around Grant Gustin. In this film, Grant's role was to play a young mute who dreamt of a man losing his wife in a robbery. Later in the film, he actually crosses paths with that exact man, and he suddenly gets a lot of random visions. These visions are the exact visions that help Grant Gustin solve the murder mystery and track down the man who murdered this man's wife. The director and producer of this film, known as Neil Gruchmel, said Grant showed a raw talent and figured the youngster would be a future achiever in acting. Basically, he knew the kid had talent. He knew Grant Gustin was that guy. He knew. And guys, be real with me. Look at this guy's face. You know he's about to be an actor. You can just tell by his beautiful looks. Oh my. And it's the same thing with me. Thousands of you guys comment, oh my god, Kosher, you're so good looking. You have such nice hair, blah, blah, blah. So I think me and Grant can relate on that. You can tell me and him are really good looking. But now, only 2 years after graduating from high school, Grant Gustin was given a role in Broadway. 2 years? No, this can't be happening. 2 years? If you guys didn't know, Broadway is a musical theater in New York, and it's one of the highest achievements in the film industry. Broadway contains 41 professional theaters, each with 500 or more seats, meaning 20-year-old Grant Gustin was already out in the big stage. Grant was given the role of Baby John in the Broadway tour of West Side Story. This Broadway role was a smashing hit for Grant Gustin, and he performed with the tour for 1 whole year, all the way from September 30th, 2010 to September 23rd, 2011. If you didn't think things could get crazier, only 1 month after that, he landed a role in Glee. He played the character known as Sebastian Smith, an openly gay member of Downton Academy Warbler. It actually took 1 whole week of casting to finally find Grant Gustin as the perfect man. And funny story, Grant actually auditioned as a background tap dancer for the show, but he didn't get the role. However, the casting director known as Ryan Murphy kept him in mind, so when the role of Sebastian Smith opened up, Grant Gustin was offered the role instantly. Now, if you guys don't know what Glee is, Glee was one of the biggest TV shows when it first came out. It is described as an American musical comedy drama television series. Musical, comedy, and drama all in one. Oh my lordy lord. Oh my lordy lord. And the plot of Glee is basically a group of ambitious kids trying to escape the harsh reality of high school by joining a Glee club in high school. And Glee meaning a song that's meant for men to sing. Glee. See, like that was Glee right there because I'm a man singing it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Glee was basically a very long musical, and it smashed records. Glee won Teen Choice Award 4 years in a row. And because Glee was a big success, Grant Gustin was rising to fame very, very quickly. Only a couple years out of high school, and Grant Gustin had become an established name in the industry. One of the songs Grant performed in Glee was known as Smooth Criminal, and this exact song went on to rack millions and millions of plays, peaking at number 26 on Billboard Top 100. Grant had become an unstoppable force, and he wasn't stopping anytime soon. Just a few months after Glee ended, he landed a role in the movie known as A Mother's Nightmare. This movie was actually shot entirely in British Columbia, Canada. I just wanted to bring that up because, you know, some people here are Canadian, you know, some people, you know what I mean? Some people. Just a couple months after that, Grant Gustin landed a major role in the independent film known as Affluenza. Now, while this film wasn't as big of a hit, it was Grant Gustin's first time becoming the main cast of something. Because so far, typically Grant Gustin would get all these big movie names, but he would be the side supporting character. But now the tables have turned, and Grant Gustin was becoming a more and more main character. And one of the main reasons this independent film flopped is this plot. Let me just quickly read the plot to you guys, and you guys can tell me by the end of it if you aren't completely bored. In 2008, Fisher Miller, a young photography student, has a meeting with a wealthy businessman, Mr. Carson, to help him get into art school, only to be told his work reflects the decline of a generation rather than its future hope. Carson laments this as he declares his generation are going out of business in a fire sale. It then flashes back a month before the financial crash. Okay, you get the point. This is boring as heck. I don't care about this. I don't give a fuck. Do you really think I care about a financial crash? Do we care, Susie? Do we care? No, we don't care. That's what I thought. But this didn't stop Grant, because only 1 year after this horrible film, Grant entered the CW space. On September 13th, 2013, it was announced that Grant Gustin would play Barry Allen in the second season of Arrow. He was initially supposed to appear for a mere 3 episodes, but after seeing how fans reacted to Barry Allen entering the show, the CW decided to create a standalone pilot television show known as The Flash. The pilot season was ordered to deliver 13 initial episodes, but after the season premiered on October 7th, 2014, it had amassed 4.8 million viewers, the most ever for a CW premiere in 5 entire years. Because of this phenomenal feedback by the fans, the show decided to continue on past the 13 episodes, and the rest is history. Grant Gustin has been playing The Flash for 8 whole years since then, going on to its 9th and final season next year in 2023. Just 5 years after leaving high school, Grant Gustin had become The Flash. What the heck, dude? However, because of this very fast rise to stardom, things came crashing down just as fast. Now, it's not fair to say Grant Gustin hasn't had an amazing career. He's been going crazy, but I do think he has a lot of potential to maybe become one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. I'm talking Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Kevin Hart level. The thing about being locked into a certain series for 8 years is that you lose a lot of time. Now, as much as I love the Flash series, looking at it from Grant Gustin's POV, he has lost many years doing nothing. He is simply there to carry on the show that not too many people really care about, and he is losing his prime years as an actor. I've mentioned in countless other videos how Grant Gustin is easily one of the best actors I've ever seen. He can sing, he can tap dance, he can be a very good sad actor, very good happy actor, very good intense actor. He has everything. So while I am proud of Grant Gustin, there's still a lot more he could have done. And sure, while Grant did get some other roles while playing The Flash, they were very minor. On March 30th, 2016, Grant landed the role in the film Crystal. However, to my knowledge, it was merely just a film festival film. However, things are starting to look good for Grant now, because recently, as he's had time away from The Flash, he's been able to star in movies like Rescued by Ruby, which I believe was number 2 or 3 in all of Netflix at one point. And I haven't personally seen it yet, but a lot of you guys have been praising it so much. So if you want me to review it, go over it, please let me know in the comments, okay? Let me know. Because reading the plot, it actually looks very promising. Grant plays a state trooper named Dan who dreams of joining the canine search and rescue team of the state police. However, he's been very unsuccessful in joining the team, and his time is coming to an end because you can only join the canine rescue team if you're under 30. It also doesn't help that Dan's wife is now pregnant, so a lot of pressure is buckling down on him very fast. But then he stumbles upon a rescue dog named Ruby, and things change very quickly. And that's all I'm gonna say for now, okay? Chill. Now, before we talk about Grant Gustin's newest and final role, let's talk about something very strange. Earlier in the video, I mentioned how Grant landed a Broadway role only 2 years after graduating high school. This is very uncommon because Grant himself had little to no experience in the industry. Besides being a musical theater kid, he had only landed 1 film at that time, and he still got into Broadway. And the same thing happened when he got cast for Glee. Typically, these casters are looking for people that have a lot of experience in the field, but for some reason, Grant Gustin shows up and he gets the role almost instantly. You could even argue when Grant was handed the role as the Flash, he didn't have much prior experience in the industry compared to other CW lead roles. It was just really interesting to point out because it shows even though he didn't have much experience, his acting really showed in the casting calls, which is why he got these roles. So hey, if any of you want to be actors, just go up. Even if you have no experience, just go try for it. You might become the next Grant. You might be Grant. You might be him. You. And now when we talk about his newest upcoming role, he will be starring in the movie known as Operation Blue Eyes as Barry Keenan. Now, we're not sure when it's set to release, but its plot looks very promising. Barry Keenan is an American businessman best known as the mastermind behind the 1963 kidnapping of Frank Sinatra Jr. Now, as the movie follows Barry Keenan, it highlights the successes he has in the business world, as well as him being the youngest member of the LA Stock Exchange. But after a tragic car accident, Barry becomes broke, addicted to painkillers, and things go very south. I definitely believe this movie has a lot of promise for Grant's career. And by the way, Grant, you're free to run me over anytime you want, huh? Yeah? Grant Gustin has had a very fast rise to fame. Do you guys personally think he will succeed after The Flash ends? You guys let me know, but this was the tale of Grant Gustin's fast come up.
Until next time, I'm Grant with another cool NASA fact.